I can't say no to a good combo deck, and Raker Shops is the nice merge between aggro, combo, and workshop. All right, welcome back, Vintage Gamers, to a Saturday afternoon. The challenge, I just wasn't in it. I was not in it to win it. In fact, I was in it to lose it. So we dropped from that, and we're going to play a league here instead. I'm going to take the most recent Raker Shops first place challenge victory and see how it plays out. I like this deck. I think this deck's really fun. It's a cool take on aggro combo inside of the Workshops decks. I like this 4 Talon Gates. Talon Gates bouncing out that, phasing out that oof or whatever is going to stop you from comboing is really nice. And then this player is taking a bit of a risky business here and splashing a Demonic Tutor off of our Talon Gates. That one I am not sure I condone, but we'll see how much it comes back to haunt us in this Vintage League. For those of you who don't know, Glaring Fleshraker is a powerful Magic card, feared in all formats that it is legal in. And in Vintage, it is even more powerful because with 2 Sensei's Tops, you go infinite by tapping top, drawing top, casting top with the Eldrazi Spawn mana, and dealing damage to your opponent every time you do it. So you have a nice little combo-oriented game plan here, but you can get really aggressive and not have to worry about it when you play Patchwork Automatons that grow with artifact spells. Scrawling Crawler is going to give you a fresh stream of cards and also inhibit your opponent's ability to do their drawing combos. And then we have the One Ring. We're going to use Manifold Keys for Monoliths and One Rings here and Sensei's Tops. So we have a really powerful drawing engine. This is definitely closer to like aggro combo in comparison to some like traditional sphere-based workshops. And yeah, it's cool. I think this list is sweet. This will be a nice precursor for the upcoming printing of Tezzeret, Cruel Captain. Tezzeret is going to be played in a variety of decks, in my opinion, but the deck it is at the most at home in is definitely this deck. Being able to fetch out your Sensei's Top combo and your keys and everything, I think Tezzeret makes the most sense in this deck. Even though it probably is going to be played in Sphere Shops and Jewel Shops and Mono White maybe, and some various Tinker and PO decks. But this one is probably its most viable home. So strap in for a Vintage League. I'll see you in round 1. Looking to win your own pieces of paper power? Join me at the Oklahoma Land Run July 17th through 20th, where you can find Reserve List Proxy Eternal Magic the Gathering. Friday, Team Trios, Legacy, Modern, and Vintage, followed by a Saturday Legacy main event for an Ancestral Recall and a Sunday Vintage event for a Mox Pearl. Can't make it to Oklahoma City? I'll be a special guest at the Steel City Spectacular August 14th through 17th in Pittsburgh. This CEDH main event will also feature a Legacy battle for duels and a Vintage battle for a Black Lotus. 15 Proxy Vintage with a Black Lotus as the main prize. I hope to see you at these amazing Eternal Magic the Gathering events. Let's battle. All right, here we go. Welcome to round 1, Vintage League. We're on the draw. We have a Vexing Bauble, Key, Saga, Automaton against a player who was last seen playing Dredge. Could this hand beat a Dredge player? If I was on the play, I'd snap it off, obviously, with Vexing Bauble turning off their entire interaction suite and could lead with Saga and make constructs, but I don't think this is going to be good enough against most decks in the format on the draw. We don't have a sufficient combo element. We don't have a very fast, aggressive element. I'm going to try to mulligan this hand. This hand is worse. I've got the uncastable Demonic Tutor, and then I have 2-drop, 3-drop, 3-drop, and 1 Ancient Tomb. So I'm going to mulligan this hand as well. And then this hand is pretty bad too, but probably at least a keep. Let's get rid of this Nettle Cyst and one of the gates and try to find our way out of it. I don't think we can go lower. See if it's actually Dredge or not. It is Dredge. It wouldn't be a Justin Vintage video in a league if the first deck wasn't Dredge. This is my oops all spells. Yeah. Not really sure how I'm going to win this game. But it probably involves scrawling crawler drawing me a glaring flesh raker, if I had to guess. If I have enough time to do that. I think the best possible thing that can happen is I take not too much damage, I draw a flesh raker immediately, and then I just spin into another top or something. That would be the way out. Do we have ley lines in our sideboard? We don't. Interesting. We have flutes and cages. Ooh, they have double bazaar. I don't think that means we're gonna get another turn, unfortunately. Because they have double Icarid amount. Okay, so yeah, we're not gonna get another turn. So we do have to win on this turn. Key. Well, yeah, obviously the deck can win on turn 1 and turn 2, but the hand I have does not really facilitate that. I don't think there's anything. I guess I can block with a Scrawly Crawly and hope it's enough. It's not going to be enough. My opponent is going to kill me. But even if I were to draw with top blind, there's nothing that I can draw that would win. So I guess the answer is see if we can last a turn. Even though I know we can't last a turn, sadly. This is only +1 life because we had to use an Ancient Tomb to do it. This hit a Narcomoeba, which is going to... Oh, they did it in the right phase, too. So they hit Narcomoeba here, which is going to bring back Prized Amalgam, and it's also going to Creeping Chill me. So now they're going to have, like, 12 power or something. 15 power. Oh, there's 3 Icarids now. So it's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17 power. Plus they go through their whole deck and hit their other Creeping Chills. Yeah, I mean, double bazaar, 6-card hand with force. Pretty normal stuff here. We can concede. We'll go to game 2. It's interesting that we have no ley lines. But we do have cages and flutes, which are pretty good. What do we take out for cages and flutes? We take out Karn, Chalice. Probably leave Bauble. Nettlecyst seems pretty mid. These crawlers seem pretty mid. I don't know how often Patchwork Automaton is gonna win against them. Maybe it's better to have... maybe it's better to have crawlers than Patchwork's Automatons. I could see it. So this seems like it makes sense to me. I don't know. I think all of our mid-range cards are bad. Maybe we'll just trim one of each. Something like that seems reasonable. And then we just mulligan to a hand that either has a combo kill or we have anti-dredge cards. This hand doesn't have either of those, but it has infinite mana. The problem is that they counter my Sensei's top. I'm in a world of pain. This is probably not a keepable hand. I'll mulligan this. And I hit a hand that has a cage and a top and no lands. I don't even know if this hand is good. And if we do keep this hand, what are we playing? Are we playing turn 1 crawler instead? No matter what we do, we play into Mindbreak Trap. We're really weak to Force of Vigor. Opponent at least mulliganed once. And powdered once. I think the best play here is to play a crawler on turn 1. That way, if we do get Vigored, they hit the crawler and a Mox. And then we can still play Cage. They kept 5-card hand. This looks really bad for us, I must say. But we'll give it our best shot. It's kind of interesting that we don't have ley lines in our sideboard. I don't think our Dredge matchup is like particularly great with this deck. It looks like it'd be fine. It has the ring and it has some combos, but it's not like we have wastelands or anything. All right, Scrawler resolved. Do you have any vigors at the end of turn? No vigors. All right, so at the very least, Scrawler will help us draw some cards, but it will help them draw some cards as well. It'll actually let them dredge because we don't have a cage in play. But hopefully that doesn't matter too much. We'll see. One dredge shouldn't be the end of the world. Wasteland, Bazaar, Stinkweed Imp. I don't think Scrawler is like particularly Dredge's friend, but it's definitely not good. Double Hollow one. Okay. They have force backup here. It's really bad for us. See what happens. They're going to dredge. They hit triple creeping chill. I guess we're just dead. All right. Well, they're out of dredgers. But we need a glaring flesh raker now. I mean, that dredge would have still happened, probably. I think we just want to play Flute and see if it gets countered. Because I think Cage is better than Flute, right? With all the chills already gone. So I think we want to just see it, play it now, and see if it gets countered. Though I'm just dying to these hollow ones anyways. Even though it says flash, obviously. Phasing out, it's not really helping me here. They still have a counterspell for this? Maybe the mental misstep? Mental misstep, wow. They have no dredgers in their yard, so this Disruptor Flute does help. The problem is I'm taking 8. So I need to find blockers. Flesh Raker will block here, so... Ugh, man, that is a blocker, but... I guess what we want to do... I can't play it, really. I just chump block twice. Seems really bad. I can blind draw with the top. It could hit. Don't even know what it could hit. Spinning with the top clearly seems wrong. I mean, there's a world where I could go Mana Crypt. I know there's no real world where I can go Mana Crypt, spin the top, and still win either. So I guess the answer is play a Patchwork, play a top. I still probably am blind drawing with my top, right? Do I need to play this Mana Crypt to win the game here? If I do that, I can spin and maybe make one of these Patchworks trade, but then I have to beat my Mana Crypt flip every single turn because I have no way to remove it, right? Seems bad. So I have the top combo. I just need to find a Raker on a top spin next turn. And they have to not draw force or vigor. Just win has been called. It has to be... So I play a Mana Crypt, I can spin the top, I can draw a Raker, but then I can't win, right? I have to blind draw a Raker, don't I? It has to be a blind draw Raker. Okay, well, that does technically give me a turn. And I guess I will definitely draw with a top. All right. Another chance? It's just one crypt flip. What could it cost? I won. All right. I have 7 mana currently. 6 mana currently. I can draw 3 cards with One Ring. It costs 2 mana, which is the same as Top Spin. So Top Spin is better than activating Ring, but then if I activate Ring, I can still theoretically Top Spin after, right? So I think it's always going to be better to draw 3 here. I hit a Tolarian Academy. So now we'll go play both of our tops, play one of our tops, then play Mystic Forge. Oh, wait, maybe I play no tops and then I play Mystic Forge. Because I can make more mana off my Forge if I can hold my Tolarian Academy activation. Why? For the DT? I hate that. Why don't we just save the jet? Why would we save the academy? Why would we save the... Oh, for colorless. Oh, you're right. For colorless. The 5th color. The 6th color. Okay, so in that case, it is just play top, top, and forge. That's no good. So does it make more sense to use a mana to draw through it, or does it? Yeah, I'm not saying Frosty doesn't. I gotta work through it myself, chat. I gotta figure it out. I've played the deck before as well. Pay the life. What are you talking about? Pay the life. Oh, we still have our own Mystic Forge activation. Yeah, I guess we can use that right away. That doesn't really hurt. It's the same card on top. Brilliant. So we're back in the same spot where are we spinning or are we blind drawing? I feel like spinning is... I feel like blind drawing is better. How much mana do I have? I need to save 4 mana. So I currently have 7 mana, so I have 3 activations before I need to spin. Now I have 7 mana, and I need 4 mana. I don't want to play that. So I have 1, 2, 3. I have 6 mana, and I need 4 mana. So I have 1 more draw before I have to spin for Raker. Key. Wow, key is weird. Because we could play key and draw... Oh, key represents an untap, right? So it's always +1 mana. So it's fine. We can always play key. Lotus. So I currently have down a mana, up 3 mana, 4 mana, 5 mana, 7, 8 mana. I can just draw natural. I have a Lotus still. Pearl. Top. Ring. Don't want a cage. I definitely don't want a cage. At some point, am I supposed to activate my One Ring again? That costs 1 mana to do? Probably. Oh, I lose mana though. I can't do that. Well, I have mana still. Still have 3 mana, 6 mana. Okay, DT. Do I have enough mana to DT and Raker and still win? I have 6 mana remaining, so I have exactly enough mana to DT for Raker and win. Okay. Wow, I did not have Rakers. If chat had spun, if chat had spun their top, would they have lost? Oh, I should probably use it's fine. I want to use my top, drawing my top instead of using it off the top because I will eventually run out of cards, but we did have to win a crypt flip there. I'm not sure if chat had spun their top, if they would have won. You guys might have lost the game by spinning top. I didn't do the exact math out, but it's absolutely possible. Still no ley line in our sideboard, so... And the crawler wasn't good there, but the crawler did win us the game by drawing us deep enough, which is kind of funny. I don't think the crawler on the draw is better than... I mean, they're both just shit. They're both, like, not very good. Maybe the crawler should just become Nettlecyst then. I don't know. Who cares? All right. So we're on the draw, and we have no ley lines, and we have to beat Dredge. So we need some help. What is this, man? 7-card keep from our opponent. Trap and force gone. This can technically play turn 1 ring. If we get our mana crypt griefed, though, it's so bad for us. It is not a very robust hand. I think I'm mulliganing this hand. It's also pretty bad into just like force, Mindbreak Trap. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. This hand is definitely better. What card am I putting back? A workshop, probably. I don't need 2 workshops here. We're really far. We're not really far from Demonic Tutoring. We could do it on turn 1 if we wanted to. This hand's pretty resilient to grief. It's got 2 good cards and 1 pretty good card. But they did keep 7. So we'll see what happens. Bazaar, activate, up to 8, down to 5. Graveyard is... Thug, Imp, Powder. Ancient Tomb. I'm just gonna play a 1 ring. Got forced pitching, amalgam. Okay, so next turn we technically have the ability to DT for a hate piece and play it if it's good. They're going up and then down They are bringing back Amalgam. Man, that was a really good Dredge one there. Oh boy. So they're gonna get an Amalgam and 2 Narcomoebas and a Creeping Chill and an Icarid and a second Creeping Chill and a second Bazaar. And I lost a flip. I drew the cage. I can't DT and play a Flesh Raker this turn, right? So I could just go DT for Sensei's top. Or I could just play the Flesh Raker and play a cage this turn, which will give me a blocker. I think it's better. It also gives me more flexibility with my DT based on what I draw. So I will play a Flesh Raker. And I will play a cage. They have a mental misstep? I guess that means we die. Okay. Well. Not much I can do here when my Dredge player keeps 7. Double Bazaars me. Am I dead on board? Yeah, I'm dead on board. All right. Well, I tried my best. I even drew the best card in my deck, so I can't really complain very much here. That's crazy. I am currently dead on board. All right. Well, that's Dredge, chat. I don't know. I think we played it correctly. I really think that this deck should contain Leyline of the Void. If you want to beat Dredge on the draw, you just need Leyline of the Voids in your deck. It's kind of how it is. Okay, here we go. Round 2. Yeah, this hand is totally fine. No Luris for my opponent. Looks like it'll be mono white, which makes my hand a bit worse. Let's see what they play on turn 1. Yeah, I can't will Mox it into my hand like my opponents do. It's just simply not how it works. That's not a bad draw, though. Be my 1 spell for the turn. Oh, they didn't have a follow-up? Oh, they wastelanded me was their follow-up. Let's see. I have an army of Apache boys. What do I want to do? I can always phase this out. Is that good, though? Don't think so. Maybe on the next turn we could phase it out and try to make it like a big academy. We could go like Patchwork, Vexing Bauble. That's 3 mana, another Patchwork or something. They only have 1 card left in their hand. Is there value in playing a Patchwork now? I don't really think there really is. I think it's better to have an extra mana off Academy. I guess it won't have an extra mana, but it gives me an extra mana to play like Vexing Bauble. Cavern. a human. Are they no? Do they have no human? They only have one card in hand, so they might have nothing. Okay, they might have nothing. Scrawly Bolly. All right, so if I'm playing Talon Gates here, I'm phasing out the Archon. This will still enter tapped. I'll play Patchwork and Vexing Bauble and another Patchwork. It's probably correct. You would go one ring draw. How are you? Oh, you would just go Tolarian Academy one ring? I don't know if I like that. This lets me untap with 4 mana next turn for the ring anyways. Like if they don't have a wasteland, which they clearly don't have a wasteland right now. If they draw a wasteland, they can, but this puts us in a better position against creature. I don't know. I kind of like this. I got leftovers from last night. I'll show you the picture. Actually, I already showed chat the picture, but I'll show chat again. It doesn't look as good as this anymore. But pasta. Yeah, you see, I understand what you're saying, Frosty, but that's not my plan. I don't think that's necessary. I feel like we should win this game with beatdowns. That's how I feel. I don't think this is like a ring combo game or anything. I think I saw a moment of weakness and I attacked. Mm-hmm. You're at 1 though. Raker has a pretty good mono white matchup from what I understand. On the play, we don't need Chalice of the... On the draw, we don't need Chalice of the Void or Vexing Bauble. I assume we might want Masticores, but not 100% sure. Definitely want Dismember. I'm not sure you want Portable Hole, but we could bring Portable Hole if you wanted to play like against Void Mirror. Do we care about beating Void Mirror? I guess we probably care about beating Void Mirror. You're boarding in Dismember and 3 Trap on the draw. You're definitely boarding Dismember. I usually like Masticore, but maybe you don't need to. I really am not sure I like boarding in Triple Trap. I understand the reasoning, but I don't know. I don't know if I buy that. It's because they play turn 1 initiative creatures, and you just hit they go mox and you trap them. But they have so many starts that are like Ancient Tomb, Chromox, cast a spell, Lotus cast a spell. They have a Chancellor. I don't know. I think Mindbreak Trap's like kind of bad. I'm not sure that a Masticore is good for what it's worth, but see, like, how are you? You can just bring in Masticore instead. I don't know. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Can I take out Demonic Tutor? I guess you don't want to take out Demonic Tutor. I want to remove Demonic Tutor from the deck, so it's probably a bad sign. Oh, we don't want Karn on the draw for sure. Let's do this. So far, the Demonic Tutor has not been shredded in our hand except for one opening hand that we had to mulligan. Oh, yeah, I don't really think I buy that, but I get what you're saying. The problem is, like, they play Void Mirrors and Null Rods, which you can't Talon Gates. So I think you're misevaluating the cards that matter. All right, so my opponent would have played into Mindbreak Trap here, sadly. But maybe you don't care about Void Mirror at all because you have Talon Gates? I don't know. Probably still care about Void Mirror. Clarion Conqueror. I mean, we don't have any of our sideboard cards in right now, so it's not like we would have had them. And a turn 1 Archon. Okay. Am I phasing out turn 1 Archon? So if I phase out turn 1 Archon, then I would go... I would have the ability to go Black Lotus, Monolith, Raker, top, and the patchwork doesn't really matter. There's no way for me to sequence this in a way. I mean, maybe I can phase the patchwork in before the top. We'll have to see how much mana I have. Talon Gates have been pretty nice against these Archons, though. So if I were to play a patchwork here, it costs 1 mana. So I have 2 mana left over. I can play a patchwork first, I think, and still be able to spin and do everything. Pretty sure I have the mana for that. Maybe I should have saved the black mana. I don't know. All right, I did miss. I have a Demonic Tutor and Argenta Masticore. If I hadn't played the patchwork, would I have been able to DT there for a top and win? No, because I would have had to draw on with my top anyways. So I can't combo kill on the next turn because there's an Archon, but I could always DT for a Dismember, or I could just draw Masticore, which I can't cast right away because I only have 3 mana on the next turn. And I have a mana source, so I'm just going to go like this and pass. And then if nothing really changes... I guess I can go for another combo kill if I DT for another Talon Gates. I could technically go again and try to find another top in my top 3. Let's see if I want to do that, though. It's not like the best, but it does open up kills. I also don't have to go Talon Gates. I can just dismember this Archon and deal with it permanently, which kind of seems better to me. But I don't have the mana to do that. Because Talon Gates requires me to use a mana, right? Or no? I use a mana to make a mana. So I only have 3 mana. So I do have to play Talon Gates if I want to go for a win on this turn. Do I want to do that? It's not clear to me that that's a better plan than just DTing for a Dismember right now. What's my life total like? It's like not that bad, right? Also, I don't have the mana to go for another win here because I won't have a thing that comes into play untapped. So I'm just going to grab a Dismember. I think that'll give me more opportunities. I guess if they play another Archon, then Dismember is very bad, right? But maybe I can make an attack work or something. Not sure. Just going to put this on the Archon. Sure. That is okay. Void Mirror. Okay, so now I'm in trouble, right? This is what I'm talking about, though. Like, if I had just gone for Argentum Masticore, aren't I in a better place? Like, if I had ordered my cards, Workshop Masticore, played Workshop for turn, and then played Masticore, wouldn't we be in a better spot? Like, I can play through this Void Mirror right now. I have a Sapphire and a Talon Gates, but I can't combo through this Void Mirror, and I can't Talon Gates away the Void Mirror. I can just make constructs, though. I probably should have drawn with top on my upkeep, shouldn't I have? Maybe not, because I can't make another blue mana. I have no basic in my deck to search. Yeah, I'm not leaving Incarn in this matchup on the draw. There's 0% chance I would ever do that. It's also a one-of card. This is like why I would say you want to play like the Void Mirror and the Portable Hole on the draw and the Masticore on the draw. Yeah, I don't like the approach. So how do I want to play this out? I could just make constructs here. It might just be bad to be dismembering. Like, I could get a Black Lotus and not lose life on my dismember. I can just make 2 constructs here. It feels like it's better, right? Well, I get trapped. I go to 9. I get Archon. I go to 5. But I don't have a follow-up play if I dismember here. I have a top I can spin and draw, but then I have to make colored mana to cast spells. Yeah, I kind of hate it. I'm gonna pass. We didn't have the mana to DT Talon Gates and still win, so yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure. Weird game. I just wonder. I mean, the Masticore line was a lot worse against Witch Enchanter, so it's not like it's there's a ton of downsides. Kill them with non-infinite tops. Holy shit, that's so good. That's so good for them. Holy moly. That's crazy. I go to 1 from this dismember. All right. Am I activating top on my upkeep? Yes. Oh yeah, because I can always cast top and have it not get countered. But then my construct is smaller. I can't recast it, though, without it getting countered. I don't think so. True, the 5-mana Masticore. Didn't I DT? I did DT, right? So I shuffled. Okay. But I am going to need the Patchwork to be big enough to block the White Plume. Shit. All right, I might have thrown this one. They're going to chump with the White Plume. I can draw and play a land off a spin after. So I should probably spin and see if that's a play I want to make. I don't want to get rid of 2 artifacts. Hey, do have a Mana Crypt. What a hard game, actually. I am going to. Yep. No matter what, I have to. Talon Gates. Interesting. So next turn, I can play another Raker. And I could phase something out next turn if they draw another Archon. Okay. There's no reason for me to not wait on this Dismember. My opponent does draw an additional card here. Now they're going to play their first spell, so my Dismember will always work. Okay. That means there doesn't matter. So we draw this because it's going to be going away, and then next turn we play Flesh Raker plus. Oh wait, this doesn't actually matter because it's not going away. This gets countered, but still get a bunch of triggers. I didn't consider that, probably. All right. That was cool. Weird. I think most of the... I think there's like merit in taking both approaches, but I do think that the Talon Gates look like they swing the matchup even heavier in Raker's favor. We're pretty impressive. Onwards to round 3, we got Kinda. Kinda is the king of the brews. If you're not already following his YouTube channel, you should. He is definitely more willing to play decks that are a bit more out there. This hand is unbelievably good. This is probably the strongest hand we've had all day. That doesn't actually automatically kill on turn 1. Workshop, Mana Vault, Flesh Raker, Patchwork, Mox, Top Spin. Yeah, I mean, I know it might, but it doesn't outright kill on turn 1. It has to spin into another top. Opponent is currently on a mold of 5. We do get stopped in our tracks a little bit with a a mental misstep on Manifold. Turning off our colorless man. But it's a nice one for sure. Mold a 4 from kinda. I wonder if he's playing the Bizarre Knight of the Reliquary deck. That might be a reason he's mulliganing so deep. We'll see what happens. All right. Workshop. Mana Vault. Flesh Raker. Automaton. Always yield. Always yield. Mox. Always yield, always yield, always yield. Mox. Always yield, always yield, always yield. Top. Spin. Mystic Forge. Does that win? As you can see, Sensei's top. Quite good. All right, that's a turn 1 win. we didn't find the other Sensei's top, but we did find the restricted Mystic Forge, which lets me go infinite with top and Flesh Raker. Not bad. Now we don't know what kind is playing though, so we can't really board. I am gonna hedge a little bit here, and I'm going to take out Chalice Bauble for Masticores. And well, I didn't say it doesn't win on turn 1. I said it doesn't currently win on turn 1. It could win on turn 1. I mean, that's what it's like. You make fun brews and you die. I'm gonna bring in these Masticores because I think my opponent is likely to play like an oof or something like that, and then I might bring in a Disruptor Flute as well. This is just my hedge, but I think this is like generic. These cards are like generic enough that depending on what my opponent chooses to play, they at least always do something. And Chalice and Bauble on the draw are not that good anyways. Okay, well, I have a classic Mox Jet, my Demonic Tutor, in my hand. All right, I'll risk it for the biscuit. If he's got the turn 1 oof, he's got the turn 1 oof. Let it be. We can go any variety of things here with this Manifold Key. All right, so there is a Verdant Catacombs, so I do think we were on the right track with what we thought he might be playing. And a Bayou. And a Deathrite Shaman. All right. Could have been a lot worse for us. Could have been Collector Roof. We did not hit a land. Hopefully we don't get Force of Vigor either. Soul Ring. Probably play Monolith and Key. All right, I could DT for Tellurian Academy. It's pretty sick. I'm pretty into that. I think that makes me the happiest. And we should do what makes me the happiest, right? Oh God, and a Mox. Do I want a key or do I want a top? I want a key, right? So I draw another Mox, I can untap a Monolith. Monolith. I always say Monolith. Bro, we had the castable DT off our Mox Jet, Frosty. Please be real. All right, it's just going to be Wasteland Collector Roof. It's fine. We lose this game. It's totally fine. Wasteland Collector Roof, we lose. I believe in kinda. Kinda. I also believe that kinda might just like cast Starscream against us, so we'll see. All right, we got basic swamp. So we didn't get wastelanded. That's a good. Are we getting Leovolded? Leovold would be pretty good here. Nope, that's black mana. Black mana, and Necro Dominance. Okay. All right. Skip your draw step. At the beginning of your end step, pay any amount of life. Draw that many cards. Your max hand size is 5. All right. That's interesting. Very interesting. How many is kinda drawing? I know, unlucky, right? We could have won the game. He went to 1. He drew 18 cards. That means he can't even force unless he hits a negation. Does he have a kill? Is there like some kind of combo here? I don't expect a combo because there's a Deathrite Shaman, right? He's also dying to 1 artifact off of a Flesh Raker. I don't think there's a pitch deck. Not with a Deathrite Shaman, right? Oh, there's a soul spike. Pitching Necro. All right. Well, I don't think that's a very kinda deck, okay? It's very not like kinda to play something like this. He's more about playing Starscream and Doctor Who and a Feto Alchemist and, you know, kinda cards. This looks a little too spiky. Get it? Not me. I wasn't saying he liked bad decks, but all right, we had a pretty broken hand though. That was pretty sweet. Okay, here we go. Welcome to round 4. It's been a pretty fun league. We've been doing some powerful things, going a lot better than the challenge, which is, you know, nice. Now this hand. No, I think the answer, Jadem, is you just don't play a black card in your colorless deck. Cutting 2 mana lands for 1 mana lands is not very good. I don't think this is a keep. It's nice that we can play our turn 1 Glaring Flesh Raker, but I think this is a little too weak. You have to draw well. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. This is better, but not that much better. Let's get rid of this key. All right, my opponent did not have a Luris and is on the play. Let's see what happens to us. We could always chalice on a different number, though our deck is pretty bad at chalicing on a different number because we have a lot of 1s that are very important to our deck, and we have a lot of 2s that are pretty reasonably important to our deck. So it's not a very good deck at chalicing on not 0. So it might still end up having to be 0. 2 is a lot more acceptable than 1. We kind of need 1. 2 we can get away with. Okay, another mono white initiative gamer. Okay, another mono white initiative gamer. Is it an Archon? It's a Peacekeeper. I wonder what they name on this Peacekeeper. Flesh Raker maybe, but we can still play Flesh Raker through it. Does mean that we get one less trigger though. No, you don't really need an Opal in this deck. That's not really what this deck is trying to do. The big thing you're going to look for in this deck is when Tezzeret comes out. How do you fit Tezzeret in this deck and make it the best it can be? You don't really want to play colorful spells in your deck. That's my opinion anyways. I'm a pretty numbers-based guy. All right, they chose Nettle Cyst. That is interesting to me. We might be able to play it through this. Oh, Patchy Boy as well. All right, so what is my best chance? What is my best sequence here? Is it Mana Crypt, Ancient Tomb, Flesh Raker, Mox, Patchwork, Chalice? It could theoretically be Patchwork, Mox, Flesh Raker, Chalice. That gives me less Flesh Raker triggers, but more Patchwork triggers. Which might, or sorry, if I lead Ancient Tomb, I can get the most Patchwork Automaton triggers, which might be more important than getting more Flesh Raker triggers. Not sure. My gut instinct here is Patchwork. Patchwork is my gut instinct, so I'm gonna go Patchwork, Mana Crypt, Jet. I've had some sicko hands, huh? Ton of mana. Flesh Raker, and then I think I just play Flesh Raker, Chalice on 0. It gives me another. Like, what am I? I'm not playing it on 1 here. I'm not playing it on 2 here. I could yeah, I think I just played on 0 for the trigger. I guess this makes me a Patchwork a 4/4 that blocks as well, which is pretty good. Yeah, I have my companion Jet to cast my demonic tutor that we're gonna draw. True. They're off it. They said no? Okay. Well. We're gonna take out Karn, Bauble, Chalice, and bring in Dismember. And I like bringing in Masticore here. I know that might be contentious. And then I was taking out, what were the other cards I was taking out? Oh, we were taking out like keys. Or are we taking out Vault Key and a yeah, Vault Key? It's pretty reasonable. Yeah, let's do that. I like this. I'm boarding out Karn, bring in Hole for the Void Mirror. But like, I feel like if I already have the ability to play a Hole, I don't know. I get it. It makes sense, but I don't know. It doesn't feel right to me. Is Kozilek's... People have tried Kozilek's Command and said it didn't turn out very well, but I don't know the exact reason why. This is a little light on lands, but I have a turn 2 kill maybe, so see what happens. That's a Witch Meadow on is a Vexing Bauble. Oh, this is not the right sequencing. You pretty much always want to play your mock. I guess it doesn't matter. The sequencing doesn't matter because I don't have counters. Interesting. Thalia and Censor. I guess that's kind of nuts versus me because all my shit costs more to cast. So that's a problem. If I get Wasteland, it's really bad for me. It's really bad for me if I get Wastelanded. It's also really bad for me if I don't get Wastelanded and don't draw mana. I think I'm in trouble. I believe I'm in trouble. I don't know. I don't think I was supposed to mulligan my hand, right? Or maybe I was. It's the classic. I have the great hand against my opponent, but their workshop / mono white / prison deck, so it's not actually a great hand. I don't know. I could have drawn a land. Scrawly Crawly has been named. That's a very interesting name too. I don't know if I would name that card there. Key. Great. Yeah, but I see, like that's the trap though, Frosty. It's kind of a trap to say that because they are always going to have a turn 1 prison piece. They're always going to have a turn 1 prison piece. So like saying your hand's good if they don't play a turn 1 prison piece is like, it's nonsensical, right? Probably should have played a key there, I guess, if I draw on like a workshop. That's okay. I'm not playing more than 1 spell per turn anyways. All right, so I'm dead, right? I'm not dead, but I'm pretty much dead. Oh, non-Phyrexian spell. So Crawler doesn't count as a... I could cast Crawler here. That's why. Maybe that's why they named Crawler. That's pretty funny. Non-Phyrexian spell. Wild. This is a Phyrexian construct right here. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. This was too many things. I actually think we were supposed to mulligan our hand here. I don't think you're supposed to keep 1 land, all artifact combo stuff against these kind of decks. All right, on the play, I'm going different vibes though. I'm gonna bring back in my Bauble, my Karn, and my Chalice. I really like those against Mono Initiative on the play. Oh, maybe I'm still supposed to bring in some Masticores though. But it's like that's a classic hand that people would keep against like Mishra's Workshop decks, and then they would get turn 1 sphered or null rotted. And oh no, I was so close to winning, but maybe it should have just been a mulligan. Okay, this hand slaps. Keep. So if I go Ancient Tomb, I can play Patchwork and the One Ring. Kind of like that. Ancient Tomb, Patchwork, box. I'm not sequencing around Mindbreak Trap. Get out of here. No chance I'm sequencing around Mindbreak Trap. 0% to sequence around Mindbreak Trap. Sequence around Mindbreak Trap. Well, you've been in this stream before, Frosty. Come on. How am I going to make content if I don't run directly into Mindbreak Trap? No run? Oh, Soul Ring. 3 ball. Void Bear? White mana? Archon pitch? What's the plan? I want to know. I want to know. So No Rod Dragon is no problem. I'm in Madara. Do I think it's not worth not drawing? No. I want to hit F6. I want to hit F6. I don't care about the perceived value of holding my One Ring activation. What if I drew a Black Lotus? I want to cast that. They play a White Plume Adventure? Oh, honey. You're dead. You're dead. Oh, Vexing Bobble. Okay. That doesn't really stop me, but... How do I want to sequence this? Probably just want to activate the ring. Yeah, they should definitely play the Archon. But maybe they don't have another... I don't know. I think they should play the Archon. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's so strong. Chalice check. Chalice check. For what? Oh, maybe I should have phased out my opponent. Eh. Oh, I don't have a colorless mana anymore. Shit! Oh, I can untap my monolith. We're fine. We're fine. Ready. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Untap my monolith. Play it. GG! No. Come on, I have monolith. Chat, what are you talking about? I'm always playing Academy there. Or just let me draw 11 cards. Okay. There's just no... Mystic Forge is a broken Magic card. We've done so much Mystic Forging. It's been lit. All right. Let's do it. Round 5. This has been fun. We're doing a lot of broken things. On the play, Vexing Bauble. That's against the spirit of the format. We have to keep that. You know I have to keep that. Vexing Bauble against the spirit of the format. I might try to bait a mental misstep, though, with a Sensei's Top. See if that works. No, that didn't work. All right, Vexing Bauble. Yep, that's exactly right, Rock. Basically. Anything that can be cast off of one Mishra's Workshop immediately gets stronger than you think it is. Spirit of the format. Vexing Bauble. What are you going to do now that you can't do Moxen? You can't cast free spells. Whatever will we do? It can just use we just gotta use a monolith. What is that? Agamemnon? No, Agademes? The Undercrypt? Is that an oops in my format? Can oops beat a Vexing Bauble? Can oops beat a Vexing Bauble? I'm not sure that it can. Maybe they have a chain. Maybe they have a they could go like cannon, people's cannon. All right, I guess they've concluded they cannot win the game. Why? What? Vexing Bauble would have held back oops. That's what you need in Legacy, guys. Register some Vexing Baubles. That'll help. All right, well, I'm going to bring in the Mindbreak Traps. And I'm going to bring in the Disruptor Flutes, I assume. And I'm going to bring in the Cages, I guess. It's banned? Yo, Legacy, what are you doing? What do you mean it's banned? Oh, it counters Force of Will. I see. That's not allowed. So, chat. Talk to me. What am I cutting? Two people were playing too much Grim Monolith. That Grim Monolith card seems pretty good. I guess I'm going to take out the things that are just clocks. Just all the clocks. Yeah, I'm gonna keep in Bobble and Chalice on what? Maybe Chalice is not that good on the draw, but it's fine. What can I name? I could name... No, Chalice is probably bad on the draw. Let's go with this. But Bobble is still good. All right. We are definitely not favored on the draw. My opponent is a turn 1 combo deck. Do I have to mulligan to Mindbreak Trap? Or can I keep this? I mean, we could just die. I feel like I have to mulligan to Mindbreak Trap, right? Just keep it and lose. I'm gonna mulligan at least once here. Oh, ye of little faith. Wait, this league has gone so well. Okay. Keep. Bottom. Done. All right, what do you got for me, Delthar? Agamemnons. Tapped? Monolith? Monolith. I'm saying all the wrong words. Mox, go? Mox, go. Cage. I have a Karn next turn, baby. Borgot Barg. Enforcer. Go. Jesus. I think I should play Karn. I can actually hardcast this trap almost. I could play Bobble first. Is there any downside to playing Bobble first? Because it's going to turn off, like, Force. Like, what if their last 2 cards are Force blue card, and they force my Karn? Aren't I kind of in trouble? I can always crack the Bobble for Mindbreak Trap, though. I have so much time. It's probably fine. No, they do. Oops plays Force. I board out a key. I didn't board out a key. I can get Apache Boy. Get a Scrawly Crawly. I can get any of my creatures. Oh, wait. I fucked up because I can't make my Apache Boy strong enough. Oh, my bad. That was the incorrect choice, chat. I'm giving my opponent a chance. Oh shit. Okay, my bad. Threw that one away. I needed to take Nettle Cyst or Scrawly Crawly. Nah, just kidding. Just kidding. Wait, does this only protect me? Does that mean Karn still gets hit? Oh, wait, I should have stood it up. Ah, I'm so stupid. I should have stood it up. It's my fault. It's okay. Next time. It's fine. It's fine. We don't need to mind break trap. That's not something we need to do. If we needed to mind break trap, they'd have to get rid of the bobble. What are you talking about? I will stand up my one ring. I don't need to hold up my break trap. I'll draw some cards. I'll make a construct. I'll untap. Nothing I do matters. Nothing I do matters. Even if I make all the wrong choices, it doesn't even matter. I definitely stopped thinking at some point in that game. I think after I cast the card, I just stopped thinking. So yeah, 4-1. We only lost to Dredge because how do you beat Dredge, really? It's the oops all spells of Vintage. No one beats it. It just ruins content. Sorry. I'm memeing, obviously. Yeah, so this was sweet. I think the 4 talent gates were great, which is what I probably assumed going into the game anyways. Obviously the DT was pretty good in this league, but I think on average this DT is extremely sus, and I probably would not recommend registering the DT. When Tezzeret comes out, maybe he gets a little bit better, but at that point you're going to be running out of deck slots, so I kind of doubt that you'll have the DT spot anyways. Tezzeret is probably like Demonic Tutor, Nettle Cyst. You need to add a new Grim Monolith. You probably get like, I don't know if you cut crawlers or maybe you have less keys. Maybe you can cut some keys because you have more tutors for keys. It's a key itself. So maybe you get to play like 1 key instead. And so, yeah. Never heard of this Void Mirror card. Ian, what's it do? You could cut patches and be less aggressive. Sure, that's fine too. Yeah, all those things seem to be good. Dredge is usually easy with this deck. I don't know if you watched our Dredge match. Our Dredge match, they were not very close. All right, this was pretty fun. Thanks for watching. More Vintage content on the YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. See you then.